fat little brother. Oh, God. Ill Bill. I'm about to transfer to a university a few hundred miles away from home, but something has been weighing on my mind, and I'd like to see if you have any advice. My younger brother is getting pretty fucking fat. He's only 11, and while my mom obviously pumps out big kids, I was born at 13 pounds. Holy shit, how big is your mother's pussy? Sorry. He at 11. I was a 10-pounder. You know? I was a fucking little baby tuna myself, so I shouldn't say stuff like that. And both of us have always been at least a head taller than our peers. Oh, you guys are these corn-fed kids. Nebraska, Iowa. Offensive line white guys? That's what I'm guessing. And both of us have always been at least a head taller than our peers. Since he was about 9, he started shoving every piece of fatty or sweet food into his mouth and taking it to a new limit. He's 10 years younger. Well, shit, you know, you were 13 pounds. Of course your mother needed a break. He was 10 years younger and at least 6 inches shorter. Dude, a woman giving birth to a 13-pound kid, the reason why they took she took a 10-year break, that was like when the Rangers signed A-Rod to a $250 million contract. It took him 10 years to fucking recover from that. Does that make any sense? You know? I don't know. Anyways, he's 10 years younger and at least 6 inches shorter than me, but is nearly the same waist size, 34. Oh, my God, he's got a 34-inch waist? How tall is he? Because I was a big kid, too, I know how shitty it is to be overweight, especially at that age. The fat jokes are relatively easy to take, but it sucks knowing that girls just won't be into you the way you are. I want him to go. I don't want him to go through that, and I especially don't want him to run into any health problems associated with obesity. Yeah, I mean, this kid could get like that childhood diabetes. The worst thing is, my parents don't do anything about it and get mad at me when I try to talk to him or them, to try and work on it. It seems like that no matter how gently I put it, they think that I'm just making fun of him or being kind of new age diet freak or something. Well, I'm going to guess that your parents are probably not in the best shape either. Or they're just those parents that just love their kids so much to a fault that actually sometimes they might be hurting them, where they need a little bit of tough love. He said, I also get the feeling that they are ashamed of how fat they have allowed him to get and just try to avoid the negative feelings that they have when confronted with it. Okay, now I'm thinking they're in shape. He goes, I'm at a loss at what to do, and I don't want to come home from school to a miserable, sickly fatso of a little brother. If you have any thoughts on how I can approach this, I would really appreciate it. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. First of all, you're a great older brother. You sound like a very caring individual, and you're trying to please everybody. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can go Scarface, you know, put on a tuxedo and get a little drunk and just say everything you have to say and then walk out. Say goodnight to the bad guy. The last time you're going to see a bad guy in this good a shape. You could go out like that, or you could, I think this is a 2-pronged attack here. What you have to do is you have to sit down with your parents first. And considering you've tried talking to them face-to-face and that hasn't worked, for some reason, a letter seems to work. If you sit down and you write a letter, I might give it to your mother first. Because, you know, divide and conquer. Women are much more emotionally advanced than guys are. So I would try to get her on your side first. And just say that, you know, just basically say what you said to me, a little less harsh without the F words. I know that you were trying to make it probably funny for the podcast, which I appreciate. But that's what I would do. And then, you know, not to get all fucking serious here, but your younger brother is on the road to have a very short life. If he's going to do what he's doing, okay? And unfortunately, I have firsthand experience in that, and you know, it sneaks up on you. Next thing you know, you're in your 40s, and you fucking a lot of stuff. You know, chickens come home to roost, so to speak. So I don't know. I would That's a tough thing, man. How do you talk to a fucking 11-year-old about that? I don't know. This is actually beyond me, because what he literally has is he has an addiction to food. Like, he has to get off the smack. He's got to start eating salads, and he's got to break that sugar, salt. It's like you're speedballing. You know, your sugar goes through the roof, then you do the salt, that goes through the roof, and you're just going pizza, candy, whatever. Insert different food, but that's what you're doing. You're literally addicted to it. Like, I had a sweet tooth most of my whole life. I don't have it anymore because I started doing that, eating veggie twice a week, and that totally just cut out my sugar, salt cravings, and it gave me a new feeling after I was done eating of being energized rather than being like, oh, man, that was awesome, but I need to fucking lean to one side here. Like the other night, I had this fucking steak dinner, man. It was fucking great. And you know it was bad for me because my voice just dropped down like a pirate. Let me tell you, I had this steak with the potatoes and the fucking cream of spinach. It was delicious. It was fucking delicious. And, but I actually only got a 6-ounce steak. I know. Insert what he will, fucking pussy. It was, I got their best steak. So it was super expensive. So my wife's like, well, why don't we both get 6 ounces each? And I'm thinking, well, I want 8. And when the 6 came, I was pissed because it was so fucking small. So I actually was eating smaller bites, and I got full, and I was totally satisfied. So I wasn't as full. I don't know. It's like eating is something you really, the older you get, too, is you really have to fucking think about it. Like, there's no reason when you get older that you have to become a fat fuck. It's just that your metabolism has changed, and you're not changing the way you're eating. You're still eating like you're in college when you just ate like shit and you still woke up and you were fine. Now, if you're already out of shape at that age, that's a major red flag, but it's easily corrected. So if you're young and you listen to this and you're out of shape, you're young. And if you just start eating right, just read up on nutrition. I know so little about nutrition, and just me, the little that I know, I don't have to work out as much now. So, I don't know. I would go that route. I would write a letter, and I'd give it to your mom first. Try to maybe divide and conquer. I don't know the relationship you have. Maybe your dad's the softie. I have no idea. But I would try to divide and conquer them. And then your parents could just subtly, stop buying that shit food. Not have it in the house. They could start making healthier meals. And, and when you come back from school, I don't know, man. Just go fucking do some shit where the kid's going to have to be active. 11's a tough age to try to have a serious conversation about stuff like that. If you were going to do it, I would do it talking about yourself, and the experience that you had or something. That's the best I can do. Good luck with that, man. But you're a good person, man. You're a good older brother. I hope it works out for you.